Hi, this is Johnny. Yes, I know I haven't done a Neo Geo Mini for a long time, but I have a question that was asked. If I was to, would this work on a hack version? This is a preloaded hack, my older version. It doesn't have RetroArch, but I did find my flash drive, but I don't know if this was created year 2020. So I don't know if this support this one. Let's see if it does. Let's see if it do or not. We will know. Okay, I think the new one, you go to the setting and you press A if there's any. Oh, my A do not work. Okay, my A is different. Yeah, it doesn't have the software. It just language. Okay. So this one is not hack at all. Okay, and the controller work is using the Bluetooth. Now I did a video previously that showed that both Bluetooth and the wire does work. Okay, so now since this is working, we're going to unplug this and put it in here. Just letting you know, whatever you're charging, I guess for this device, the Pocket or the Raspberry Pi, those would not work on this machine. You plug it in, do not do nothing. I think it's too much power. It won't turn on. So at first I thought my switch, my Neo Geo Mini was broken. Okay, so let's go ahead and unplug this one and unplug that one. Now there's another hack that support the flash drive. That is the latest one, and the guy he's in charge of it now. His name, well, he always been in the group with all this thing going on. So he go by Frank Mary. So I use the original the dongle to plug it in to power it up. Okay. Now the question is, would this work with this one? Okay. Now this one is the early stage version that do not support this. Okay. It just everything is here. And since just let you know, the wireless or the controller, only the first player is only one able to control the menu. When you plug the second one, that's when you just turn the power on. If it's already paired, you just turn it on and you don't have to do nothing. So yeah, it does work. So the hack and the non-hack game does work. Now I have two other controller. I've been playing with it so much that I think I kind of messed it up. But this is the original converter. I label it so I know this one go with that one. So let me show you. This is the second one. And this is labeled the person's name. And I also put it in the back as well. So I know that they go together. Okay. So that way you don't have to pair it all the time. Now you buy a converter 2. This is just the Neo Geo 8-bit. You can't push the button because there's no button pushing on this one. Okay. This one, if you plug it in, only thing you have to do is just turn it on. Press the start button, turn it on, and it automatically goes solid. Okay. Now, yeah, make sure it's also Bluetooth right there. That's a cable, and it should automatically come up. Okay, this one for some reason is not. So let's swap this real quick on the first player and see if we could get both of them working, and then we could try the 2-player as well. Okay, so it's on and still blinking, so that means there's a chance it lost its configuration. So just hold this top button on the top and let it blink, and then what you want to do as well is just take this off and plug it back in. That's the only way, because the button doesn't really do anything. So to reset it, you just have to turn it off, turn it back on. Now I do have some of the controller that doesn't connect well, so just FYI, they're not perfect for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know, is it because maybe I need to update the firmware, or maybe it's the dangles having issue. I don't know. So let's try this. For those of you who having problem, I bought more than one, so that's the reason I could able to do this. But if you only bought one and then you have issue, more likely it could be the connection, or it could be the system itself, or maybe you just need to have a firmware update. See, now this one do not work. Okay, I was about to say that the customer firmware do not work, but that's not the case. It was the dangle. It was a controller. So yeah, this one do not work. So we're going to put it on the side, and then we're going to put this one in. So that one will have to use the cable to play it. So it's not 100% nice and everything like people think that everything works. See, this one's solid because I already paired this in the past and it's no issue. So that one have issue. Okay, so it worked. So let me turn the value up. This thing do not have this one, the A button is C, and we're just going to turn the brightness up and then the sound up so you can hear it. Okay, so we're gonna press, I don't know which one's the B. Okay, A become the like B, X's out. All right, let's try the demo game, since you guys want to see if this thing will work. Now this image, I don't know where's this image. That's the reason I stopped posting. I turned off a lot of video that I did on this one. I just don't have, because once you burn it and you don't back it up. I think I did back it up, but my hard drive died on me because I got a couple hard drive that die on me. Those are terabyte, and a lot of stuff is lost. And there are some that so I started to upload it to Telegram, but as a backup. And so those are the one actually saved, but the one that's not is not. Oh, I have Mega Drive. Now there is an image maker where you could. Yeah, I don't have that anymore. I cannot put new image in here. But this was done a long time ago. This was done before me and this other guy got together, and then he went on his own and with his other team and created a hideout team. And that's when they came out with also arcade stick hack plus this. And he's the one who told me, hey, you want to test this out? We just had hack the Neo Geo arcade stick. Oh, here you go. Here's the USB. But now I don't know if this actually supported, because like I say, this might be the older version of it. So I plugged the USB A. Let's see if we even see it. Yeah, it's not. Oh. Yeah, just boot up to this. But anyway, this version does work. So let's go ahead and play this this one. Let's see. Okay, so here's some Sega game. I don't have a Street Fighter game, because this is, you can't play Street Fighter with this, you know. So there's no reason to put a 6-button game in here. But let's just play Sonic. So I'm using this controller now. So let's zoom back out so you can see that I'm using it. So yeah, it does work, but not all the controller will work. I have four of them. 3 of them do not work, and 2 of them work. Now, I don't know, it's because the other 2 might be because I've been going back and forward with the different version, like converter 2 and you know, with this one is called a 8-bit converter 2, and so I might be going back and forth with it that created the non-compatible. But this one should have worked, but it did not work. Now, if you use a cable directly, it will work. So yeah, the wireless does work, but just FYI. Now, okay, since it did not work with the customer firmware, let's plug it into the one that with the customer firmware. So it's cool to play Neo Geo in this little small handheld. Now, I don't have the image. I have no idea where the image is, but I like this build. A lot of people like this build, and then later they moved this build into USB flash drive, and then they added the the retro R. But they did fix the controller issue where there was a problem with the controller. All right, let's unplug this. And yeah, before, you know, you press right and left and you're not touching it, it actually moved to the left by itself. And that was a big issue with some of the and they finally fixed it. And that was the main reason that they hacked us the system. The guy and me, we got into it, and he actually hacked it. Then he going beyond, and he was able to actually, I like it playing with this instead of the handheld because I like the arcade stick. It bounces back and forward, so it's pretty cool. All right, so let's unplug this. And I guess it's best to quit the game instead of just... Okay, press both buttons, then press A to exit out. All right, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I only put some game here because this system only could handle not a lot of game, and because as you can see, it started losing its memory, so the picture is not showing up now. But I'll go. Oh, I do have Street of Rage. All right, so let's go ahead and unplug this, and let's try with the other one. See if I could get this controller to work as well, because then we could make sure. Then I could tell you for sure that maybe it's because the customer firmware is creating this issue, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the controller. So before we assume that is the problem, let's make sure before I say that's a problem. I shouldn't have just pressed the button. I should have just left it alone first. All right, let's go ahead and press the button because the guy, it's not working. Okay, and it's best to plug it back in, because there's, like I said, there's no button. This button do not work like the converter 2. Yeah, I do have problem with this controller. So it's not because it's customer firmware or not. So anything, the previous video I did on this one, it should work with the customer firmware, Neo Geo as well. And the reason it's not working is because I have issue with my controller. See, this one is not hacked, and I have issue with it. I have kept this one not hacked because I like the original look, and because I bought 2 of this, and one of them is hacked, and this one is not hacked. So there's one of the machine I have that actually support the USB flash drive. I just need to find it. All right, so hopefully that helped. The person was asking about, does it work with a customer firmware with the Neo Geo controller? As you can see, It's a yes and no because this one do not work. Okay, I might have to go back to the computer and see by refreshing the firmware will it fix it, because it's sitting in a closet in a drawer, my dresser in a drawer, and it sit there for a long time and now do not work. So that's weird. But this one sit there for a long time, it work. So yeah, I mean, the product is not 100%. It's built made in China, so some of the part is not that, nothing against the country. It's just that a lot of stuff that when you go to a third party country to make stuff is not gonna always be, before when I was young, I always want to buy stuff that is made in USA because it have a good, reliable hardware. Where now most of the hardware is made in other country, and so they're not as reliable as you think. Okay, just FYI. This one, I love this one because the color. Oh, I remember the one that I had. It was a real fancy. I even put an LED light on it, and I also make this. It's the same one as the Japanese version. That's the one that support the, and then also, what I did is I took this, and I move it to this, and then I also make the LED light. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that's the one I did. I have one of those that is pretty cool, but I love this version more than anything because the color. But then when I moved this over, I became love this one more than any other one. But yeah, that's just an update. Let you know. Yeah, do not plug in a 5-volt power to it because that. Luckily, I didn't damage it, but it won't power on. Just FYI. Okay. So let me demonstrate that real quick so you guys will know what I'm talking about. Not just saying, are you sure, Johnny, what you're telling me? All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the power cable, which is, which is the 5-volt battery, okay? And I'm going to plug in here to show you that this thing that does have power, okay? All right, see that? Got power, okay? Now, if you take, see power. Now, if you take this power, now the reason I plug it like this is because if you're not sure if a power is made for this machine, don't plug it directly, use a docking station. So if a docking station go bad, hey, it's cheaper than the 200 something. This is 100 only, okay? So just demonstrate this. So I unplug this, and plug this to here, okay? It's on, but no power, see that? So it's not made, this power 5-volt is not made for this, okay? So don't use this kind of power. It will kill, it didn't kill it, but yeah, it's not made for Neo Geo. So just FYI. So you want to make, what I did is I have one of the power block over here. Someone was asking what kind of power block I use. I use the one that automatic detect what kind of power you need, and it automatic will distribute the right amount of voltage to each of the cable. So that is something you want to do some research, because I bought this long time ago and I don't remember. That is the name of it. Okay, photo tip, but yeah. So I prefer to get something like that than something that now there's a lot of power block that you could buy that automatically detect what kind of voltage you need for the device you plug in, because that way you won't damage anything. And that's what I recommend. So those of you who are interested in getting something like that, get something that will automatically detect a smart power block. Don't just get any power block and plug it in. It's either not enough power or too much power. All right, later.